So unfortunately, I was never able to actually touch on the Rick and Morty situation, right? You guys are aware that Rick and Morty's co-creator Justin Roiland basically was accused of a whole bunch of nonsense, domestic violence wise. And when I say nonsense, I don't mean that they were false. I'm just saying nonsense, like crazy stuff, right? Now, whenever I see stuff like this, I never want to jump the gun because we've seen time and time again, unfortunately, we've seen time and time again the amount of times that people just absolutely will lie and lie and lie to make themselves seem like a victim, whether it's for money, for clout, or whatever the case may be, or sometimes even revenge. We've seen it happen where people try to get revenge on an ex-lover or whatever the case may be, simply because they're angry. They'll try to make up some shit to bring down the demise of this person's career. But apparently, this just recently happened. So the Rick and Morty co-creator, Justin Roiland, now is speaking out after being cleared of all domestic violence charges. And he says, I'm disappointed that so many people were so quick to judge without knowing the facts. Well, here's the thing, okay? Justin Roiland, unfortunately, with social media, it's guilty until proven innocent, not the other way around, just because that's how people are. People are just trashy. And not only that, even if you are proven innocent, as we've seen with Johnny Depp, for example, ultimately, you're going to lose everything. That's just how it is. You're going to lose everything. Men always lose everything. Women almost never lose anything. They never get canceled. Nothing ever happens to them. The only way a woman could get canceled is if she attacks the LGBTQ community, and otherwise, it really doesn't happen. And even if she does attack the LGBTQ community, it still doesn't happen too often. But again, women have there's nothing that happens to them. Like, there's no repercussions for their actions, nothing like that. So apparently now he's talking out after being cleared of all domestic charges. And let's see exactly what he has to say. So it says, in the seeming conclusion to this chapter of his career, Rick and Morty co-creator Justin Roiland has officially been cleared of his previously reported domestic violence charges. The decision to dismiss Roiland's charges was first announced by the Orange County, California District Attorneys on March 22nd. We dismissed the charges today because there was insufficient evidence to prove the case beyond reasonable doubt, explained a spokesperson for the office, Kimberly Eds, in a statement issued to the media. Further, Eds noted that this decision was also influenced by some significant additional information that came to light. Now, I wonder exactly what that means. Does that mean that the person was probably caught lying out of their ass? Most likely. Obviously, nobody really will ever really truthfully know what happened, but I do believe when I see things like this, I am immediately suspect of the person that is making the accusations. And it's unfortunate because there was a point in time where you could theoretically, at least in your mind, kind of follow the whole believe all victims things, because most people want to have in their heart that there's people out there that aren't capable of lying this bad about something. But really, truthfully, there's plenty of people out there, plenty of manipulative women out there that will absolutely lie about stuff like this to get back at someone or to try to bring someone down or to try to get money from them, whatever the case may be. They will absolutely do it. And now I'm in this camp where anytime someone accuses another person of something like this, I'm immediately suspect of that person, and I want to see how it's handled before I make any kind of assumption. It says, breaking his long-held silence on the topic, Roiland took to Twitter near immediately after the DA's announcement to offer his thoughts on the entire ordeal. Sharing a lengthy statement alongside the caption, "Justice," the voice actor began his post by asserting, "I have always known that these claims were false, and I never had any doubt that this day would come. I'm thankful that this case has been dismissed, but at the same time, I'm still deeply shaken by the horrible lies that were reported about me during this process." Roiland continued, "Most of all, I'm disappointed that so many people were so quick to judge without knowing the facts, based solely on the word of an embittered ex trying to bypass due process and have me canceled." Again, that's something that would not surprise me at all. The fact that it was his ex that was making these claims, again, makes it very suspect. That it may have succeeded, even partially, is shameful, he added. However, not that the legal case has ended. I'm determined to move forward and focus both on my creative projects and restoring my good name. As first reported in January of this year, Roiland was previously facing 1 felony count of domestic battery with corporal injury and 1 felony count of false imprisonment by menace, violence, fraud, and or deceit stemming from an incident which is said to have taken place 3 years ago in Orange County. While the exact details regarding the nature of the accusations leveled against him had been and currently remain withheld from the public thanks to a protective order issued by the court, a criminal complaint filed against the creator and later obtained by NBC News revealed that Roiland was accused of having assaulted an unidentified ex-girlfriend sometime around January 19th of 2020. Asked by Variety for their thoughts on this development, both Adult Swim and Hulu, which aired his series Rick and Morty and Solar Opposites, respectively, declined to comment. So of course they declined to comment because, again, all of these companies, right? All these show media websites, they couldn't wait. They couldn't wait to run articles completely destroying this man's name. They wanted to run it into the ground. And it's very similar, again, to the whole Amber Heard and Johnny Depp situation. Johnny Depp got his entire life destroyed before he even sat in a courtroom. That's how bad this whole cancel culture thing is against men when women want to create false claims. And the thing is, these women know that. They know that. They live on social media as well. So they know exactly what it's going to take to make this man canceled. They know what it's going to take. And all it takes is, oh, he hit me. Oh, he R-worded me. Oh, he did this. Whatever the case may be. They are immediately going to say what they have to say to try to bring about your demise. And unfortunately for these women, a lot of the crap that they were used to being able to get away with, they are not able to get away with anymore. It is very difficult for them to get away with lying about any kind of situation like this. And thankfully, the court of law is starting to catch up little by little with the BS that these women are coming out with. But again, it's unfortunate that this happened because I think there was more to it than this. I think that they couldn't wait to get rid of him. They wanted to get rid of him from Rick and Morty, probably, which, again, I think is strange considering that he basically controlled that entire show in terms of being two prominent voices on the show that is very difficult to replace. So I don't understand why they want to get rid of him. But again, you never know what's really going on behind the scenes at these TV shows and these networks and everything like that. But there is definitely a grand scheme going on. And unfortunately for this person who decided to do false allegations, they ended up losing at the end of the day. And now, even though his current life is definitely not as good as it was before, hopefully he can start to come out of it and start to make his own projects again. Like he said, he's going to focus on his own creative project. He can move past this. And it's really sad that it's always the men that have to move past this. It's never the women. They never see any accountability for their actions. They never see any accountability for their false claims. There should really be a law that when you are caught making up shit and you are caught lying like this and making accusations that are not true, you should go to jail for the equivalent time of that accusation, in my opinion. Then and only then will women start realizing what they're doing, but ultimately it's never going to happen, man. The law has always been pretty light on women. Very rarely is it coming down hard on women, and they're always going to be able to get away with stuff like this. So it's just something you have to deal with as a man, unfortunately, but it's starting to have less and less of an effect on people, thankfully, little by little as time goes on. And hopefully in the future, it'll be even less as all these fucking loser liars come out into the light. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.